Welcome back to Giant Monster Games. We are playing Modern Budget Dredge again, and this is an absolutely terrible hand. So our opponent's decided to mulligan or not. I have to mulligan. I don't have any lands on here. And this is an equally bad... It's not equally bad. I have lands. Unfortunately, I have Dragonskull Summit. We'll keep this, and hopefully we'll make it work. We're going to be a turn behind on what our actual game plan normally would be, because obviously we'd want to be playing Innocent Neonate or Faithless Looting on turn 1 to really fire off our game plan, and do I want to keep that? Yeah, we'll keep it on top. Because we will play it again turn 2 or turn 3, it'll give us some options down the road. And what is our opponent playing? He is playing... Again, he's playing a weird deck. Why do you do this? Why are you playing like a 66 card deck? Very strange. Might be playing a budget deck. And for us, let's open up our graveyard because we're going to need that in a second here. We will play a swamp and ship the turn. Enter the battlefield, tap, you gain 1 life. So our opponent is playing a budget deck as well, it looks like, which is fine. Maybe there's nothing wrong with other budget decks. Playing against other budget decks. You know, we're playing a budget deck, so Aether Spellbomb. Okay, yep, sure, it's fine. Again, we're playing a budget deck, so it's totally fine to play against other budget decks, at least for us. And now it's our turn. So, or it's the end of our opponent's turn. Now it's our turn. Okay, Hellspark Elemental, that's totally cool. He's going to allow us to get some stuff out of our graveyard if it gets there. So we will Innocent Neonate, adding red. Sure. And we need to discard a card, so discard Stinkweed Imp and Dredge Stinkweed Imp, as you can guess, because we're going to discard this guy. We're going to sacrifice this guy, I should say. Discarding Stinkweed Imp, and then we're going to draw Stinkweed Imp. And Prized Amalgam, Rally the Ancestors, or Rally the Peasants, not Rally the Ancestors, that's a completely different card. And we will ship the turn. You know, they're playing some kind of probably control variant, obviously if they're running Aether Spellbomb in their deck. So that's not really going to affect us much. And return target creature root owner's hand. That might actually be a little bit of a pain in the butt for us, because if he starts pushing our Prized Amalgams back to our hand, then we're going to have to find a way of discarding them again. Mind you, we have 2 Faithless Looting, so we're going to be able to do that without too much trouble. Engineered Explosives with some awesome artwork on it. Okay, our turn. Yeah, let's do that Thug action. We have 2 options here. The first is we could Faithless Looting, which would allow us to draw 2 cards and then discard our Dredge cards, meaning next turn we could Dredge. Or we can Hellspark Elemental this turn, and that would then put it into our graveyard, so then next turn we will pull our Prized Amalgams out. I think Faithless Looting is probably our better option here, just to get stuff back in the graveyard. And also we're going to draw 2 cards because we don't have any Dredge cards in our graveyard. Oh, look at that! We drew another mountain. That's good. So this was actually the better play. Yeah, discard you guys. Goodbye, goodbye. We'll play that mountain we just drew, and then we will... let's do Faithless Looting again. Yeah, why not? I guess we could have technically done Hellspark Elemental this turn, and then next turn we would be able to Dredge, but I think dredging our 2 creatures is probably going to be a better bet. Hopefully we'll hit a Narcomoeba. We did not, but that's not the end of the world. And I have to discard 2 cards. So discard our Stinkweed Imps. Hello, goodbye. And we will ship the turn. Now it's our opponent's turn. So neither of us have any threats on the board. We need to figure out what is going to be our actual game plan, because we have 3 Prized Amalgams in the graveyard. Our turn, might as well Stinkweed Imp, and hopefully we'll hit Narcomoeba. No Narcomoeba. What do we think? We could Faithless Looting. Yeah, let's Faithless Looting. I'd rather develop our board state than get in some extra damage for 1 turn. Yeah, we're going to Dredge Stinkweed Imp. And Dredge another Stinkweed Imp. There we go, Narcomoeba. And then we're going to discard 2 Stinkweed Imps. You guys have an idea how this deck works now, right? You just kind of dredge, dredge, dredge. If I don't have a dredge option, I generally try and do some other kind of form of attack options. And yeah, Faithless Looting can be quite handy out of here. There also becomes a point, like right now, where I have 16 cards in my graveyard, or my library, where I kind of really need to switch gears, and it needs to be more about attacking and less about dredging all the time. So, looks like we're going to get all 4 of them. That's pretty sweet. I like that. I'm cool with that. And we will ship the turn, because there's nothing else we're going to do this turn, and we're going to get 4 Prized Amalgams onto the battlefield, which is pretty rad if you ask me. Okay, so next turn we will be able to swing in for lethal if our opponent doesn't get something onto the battlefield, because we have one of our Rally the Peasants in the battlefield, or in our graveyard, in the battlefield. It's in our graveyard. So that's going to be our plan. Sure, Engineer Explosive is going to wipe these guys, so we're not going to swing for lethal, but we will get them back. Totally fine. The nice thing about Dredge is when stuff gets wiped off the table, it's not very hard for us to get it back, because I'm sure we have a Hellspark Elemental in here. Or we could even Extractor Demon next turn. I think that's actually going to be our plan, is to Extractor Demon next turn. Because there's nothing else and we're not going to draw, we're probably going to Dredge Stinkweed Imp again. Sure, you're playing all of the bombs, it looks like. Is that really the plan you have? That's your deck? Play all of the bombs? I guess so. I'm not really sure how you win with that, but if that's your game plan, I'm not going to be one to judge. Stinkweed Imp. Narcomoeba. Yeah, we saw that coming. Yep, we want that. Yep, please put it onto the table for us. Yep, gonna trigger all of our Prized Amalgams. Yep, thanks for that. Good thing our opponent burnt off his, I guess he had to. I mean, he probably could have done it on my turn. Oh no, I guess he did do it on the end of my turn. So yeah, he did it right. Our opponent did it right. It's fine. Okay. We have a mountain now. So let's play that mountain. Probably could have played that last turn. I think I forgot about that. It's okay. And we are just gonna go for the face. Why not? Okay, Extractor Demon. I'm going to combat phase, and combat is going to be Extractor Demon swinging in, and Narcomoeba swinging in, and that's gonna be it. Let's see if our opponent, obviously he doesn't have any response, so 6 damage, and again, if we didn't already have a Narcomoeba come in, this would be another way of us triggering our Prized Amalgams, which is fine. And our opponent does no blocks, so 6 damage. And yeah, sure. Yeah, you can go first. Okay, and Extractor Demon is exiled, which is totally fine. I'm okay with that. We have others in the graveyard, and we technically have this guy, which we can play and cast if we need to. So yeah, we're waiting on that. Again, board state has been redeveloped. If our opponent doesn't have an answer, we will swing for lethal, because we'll also cast Rally the Peasants. To each creature without flying. Yeah, sure. That'll slow us down for a turn. Dredge 5, which would give us 5 turns. Let's do Thug, just in case we need to literally go to the end of the end. So 2 Narcomoebas onto the table, which is cool. So we're kind of running on the thing where our deck now almost is non-existent. Yes, I want Narcomoeba. So that's going to trigger all our Prized Amalgams. Might as well just Extractor Demon again, why not? Oop. Don't tell me I have Autopass on. I apparently still have Autopass on. Okay, we finally have all of our stuff back on the table, so if our opponent has a response again, maybe another one of those crazy bombs, then sure, we'll be back in the same place we just were. If not, then we will be swinging in again for lethal on our next turn. It's kind of the name of the game here. I think we're going to stop dredging because we have 7 cards in our library, and I'd rather not deck ourselves because our opponent kept wiping our board. Mind you, there's a question, how many board wipes can you have, right? So, what is our opponent casting? He's casting another board wipe. Cool. Thanks for that. Our draw step, we are not going to dredge because our opponent, for some reason, has 1 million board wipes, which seems bizarre to me. We will, though, do an Extractor Demon. Yes. It'll trigger all of our Prized Amalgams, so we'll have all these guys coming back onto the battlefield. This is what we should have done last turn, but, I mean, again, our opponent wiped our board, so it wouldn't have been that big of a deal if we didn't do it. So, swing in with Extractor Demon. Another 5 damage to our opponent's face. Combat damage, okay. And now all this madness ensues. Okay, there we go. All of our Prized Amalgams are back. exile our Extractor Demon and give it to our opponent. There you go. What are you doing, Mr. Opponent? What would you like to do? You're playing some weird Spellbomb deck, which I don't really know what your win condition is. Maybe you have something crazy special. We're not going to cast anything. We're just going to go to combat, and then we're going to cast Rally the Peasants, because I don't think our opponent is going to be able to deal with that. I don't think he probably even sees it in there, to be honest. Okay, beginning combat. Attack with everything. Bing, 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 bing. I want you to as well. Go, everyone. Okay. Swing with everything. Our opponent's going to block one of them, and then we'll just Rally the Peasants. It's quite simple for us. Okay, Rally the Peasants. And does our opponent have a response? Probably not. Nope, there we go. Game 2. That was a slow one. Oh, no, that's it. There's a single match. So, that was it. I hope you guys enjoyed this single match version of Dredge. It's much more interesting than the last one, but not that much more interesting. He was playing some weird budget deck as well. So, until next time, don't forget to game like a giant monster.